EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The 13 yards that time at a first. Throwing again is Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that's complete to Cooks. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
47.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Check 4. Let's go. Get out. 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good.
Prescott now. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Here's Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Here we go, kill. Here we go. Boy, go, get out there. 26.
They'll try to sweep with Elliott, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It's a gain of 4 there. It gives him a new set of downs.
We're going 47. Here we go. 180. Hustle.
Right back to him on first down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 46.
Second down, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Cooper was the target there.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
After the interception, here's Goff. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the left hash, this from 46. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Good. Here we go. 180. 26.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch. 26.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards that time for number 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a foot.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Prescott looks to throw on first. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Gun.
A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 29 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Here we go.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gurley again here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. Back now in Arlington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line linebackers really work well.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
He's got a man complete. And a loose football. And the Rams have got it back. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Chandler Catanzaro ready to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Elliott, toss right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the...
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 51 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for the Panthers. 63 yards. The first red zone opportunity for the Panthers thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Newton now to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a 9-yard gain that time, but it'll also be the final play of this first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Again to Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
There we go.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Newton. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. The shotgun snap for Newton. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can make a play on the football.
Now Newton. And that is incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott now on 2nd down. Completes it right side to Cooper. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
10th carry now for Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Newton. And his throw is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. While we have a second, Charles, the Patriots, of course, back in the Super Bowl, getting the 37-31 victory over KC in the AFC title game. Great game, but, you know, the Patriots...
nobody believes in them.
Yeah, right. They're playing that underdog card, but I thought it was funny because after the game, they asked Tom Brady, were you guys just trying to use that for your own motivation? He said no comment because they were. They know they're not the underdog.
They know it, but when you've been that great for this long,
you need something.
You've got to find something different. And Tom Brady, I've got to give him credit. Somehow he made his team buy that and believe in it when no one else in the country did. And I think it really started with their first playoff game this year when the Chargers came to town. I know I picked the Chargers against them. A lot of people picked the Chargers. They took that as, well, no one believes in us. Everyone thinks we're not as good. They were just wrong about that part, as we were wrong about the Chargers beating them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Letting one go deep for the end zone. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Gano's kick is right through. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Looking deep downfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jarius Wright, 37 yards. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They go to Elliott again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and it kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. Prescott to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On second down, here's Newton. Oh, he's going backwards. And that is incomplete here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Newton. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Newton finding Funchess for the Panther first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Newton, eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
McCaffrey. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They come out here in the I. Here we go with McCaffrey. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
46.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
20.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Jalen Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And Godot's kick is right through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Julius Peppers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's back to throw. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Here we go, 46, 46. 46.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. A handoff left, Elliott. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards there and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple.
Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A first down carry by Elliott. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott spinning away. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
There we go. Wide eight. Woo. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun. Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Get out. Here we go, 46. Switch.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Adrian Claymore in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now out come the Patriots. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he powers his way up past the 30. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A give to Elliott running left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Elliott. And he spins away. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here go 47. Then we're going to 53. 26.
This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide in. Here we go, wide in. Woo.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Now they have a first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
go. Let's finish now. Here we go. Wide eight.
Now Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46. Here you go. 26.
They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.